Good morning and welcome back to Margin. This morning I want to jump into credit cards, debt in the form of credit cards. So let's jump right into it. So credit cards are a topic that it seems like everyone comes out of the woodwork, expressing their expertise around beating the system and figuring out ways to use points to fly around the world and to use credit card arbitrage and figure out how to really beat the system so the credit card industry hurts from having you as a customer. But at the end of the day, credit cards, whether you use them or not, they are an industry that is heavily funded from a marketing and advertising standpoint, and because of that, so many people hold these cards and hold balances on these cards, and therefore, unfortunately, we have seen some significant impacts on people's personal finances due to the use of credit cards and not being able to get out of debt from these cards. So the balance recently reported that revolving debt set a record of about 1.1 trillion in February 2020. That was higher than the previous record of over 1 trillion set in 2008. So obviously not a good record to surpass, but that does show the amount that credit cards are being utilized without the balances being paid off every month. So I remember when I got my first credit card, and there was some 0% introductory rate on my college campus, and I took advantage of getting my Citi card. And originally it was a Citi MTV card, and they've upgraded them over time. But with that, that just showed me the proof in the pudding of their advertising and marketing of getting on campuses and getting these cards into people's pockets early on so that they can not only encourage people to use that for purchases that in a lot of cases, my case included, they couldn't afford. So therefore they kept a revolving balance on that card. And then over time, they just become a long-term customer. So it has been proven that we spend more when we use plastic versus cash. And so with that, I was reading through some articles related to the studies behind that. And one in particular caught my attention, and it was by an affiliate of LendingTree. And they stated in the article that research has shown that people are willing to spend more, as much as 83% in some cases, when paying with a credit card instead of cash. And so what we end up doing is we end up using our credit cards as a form of a bailout plan for ourselves. And oftentimes we don't look at it from the standpoint of, can I actually afford this? But we look at it from the standpoint of well, I don't have to pay it until later. And if I'm charged interest, it is what it is. But we don't necessarily look at it from a standpoint of, is this in the best interest of my financial future? So Wallet Hub states that the average percentage rate for a new card is 18%, and those of established cards at 15%. So when you're looking at our prime rate being 3% higher than the federal funds rate, and that's hovering right around 0% right now, credit cards the credit card companies are making out like bandits on us when we are operating in every other fashion in a low interest environment. So as I mentioned before, I'm in corporate finance, and I actually do have, I have a credit card. I actually have two, and I maintain those credit lines in order to maintain my credit. Because of the fact that there is oftentimes a vetting process in corporate positions for finance and accounting, because, for obvious reasons, companies want to make sure that you are managing your finances well before they allow you to manage their finances. So my call to action today is to log into each of your credit card accounts that you may be a primary or a secondary on, and look at it from the standpoint of how much debt are you in, first and foremost. Second of all, what is the percentage that each of those credit cards sit at? And then third of all, when was the last time you contacted that credit card company to see if you can get a better rate? Oftentimes people don't have because they don't ask. And so I would encourage you to call your credit card or credit cards and call those institutions those are originated from, and see if you can get more favorable terms. If this information is helpful to you, explore the Margin membership, where me and my team will help you take the information you're learning and apply it to your life and your finances. I've built an interactive course that allows me and my team to come alongside people like you to help you revamp your finances and build margin into your life. Click the link in the description below for more information.